That's why.
Okay.
That's all.
Nope. Now you're mute.
Now I'm good, right?
Now you're on.
On?
Come on.
We'll wait for the other captain to get here. Gentlemen, the refs are mic. They're a hot mic, okay? They're going to...
I left my white tape for my fingers. Can you grab me that? In the room.
Will be put on the air, okay?
It's in my helmet bag, probably.
I'll slow it down. I can't do anything. I don't mind shadow. I don't mind you dropping F-bomb. Just understand, it's you saying the F-bomb. It's you saying the terrible thing, okay? You guys are going to play, it's going to be intense, and we want that intensity. I want this conversation between the referees. I'm just letting you guys know, and you guys let the team know, that these are hot mics, and they are always coming through.
Okay.
Okay? Well, other than that, good luck, guys. Have a good game, okay?
Perfect. Have fun out there, bud.
Go, boys.
Boys, have fun.
You want to keep it on now?
Huh?
You want to keep it on now?
What, now? No.
Let me mute it.
It is muted. It's red.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Lining up.
Here we are, hockey fans. This is it, the gold medal game. Team USA and Team Canada are lining up. This is what you've all been waiting for, the culmination of the 2023 World Masters Championship. Let's take it down ringside. Chris Blair here with Berube Video Productions as we get ready to start things off. And that's really been brewing for a while. It seemed almost destined that these teams were going to come together. If you saw last night, Team USA taking down Canada, Saskatchewan, it was a wild affair, finishing up 3-2 in Team USA's favor. But now they get a chance to play for gold against a dominant Team Canada. We'll see if they have an answer. Let's head ringside right now. Teams are in their final huddles. They've got a minute left of that warm-up time. And it's really just a question of who can put together that 3-period effort. I really think this could go either way. Obviously, Team Canada has put together a dominant performance, running 6-0, scoring a whopping 48 goals and only giving up 10. But they did have that lopsided 20-0 affair. Now, on the other side, Team USA scored 24, gave up 14. Half of the goals they gave up were in that first game loss, a 3-7 decision on the first day against Team Canada. So I think Team USA looks at that and they want to throw that one out. They feel like that was ages ago at this point. So they don't really want to think about it. And I feel like they are a much different team than we saw on Wednesday. I certainly know that that's what they want. We talked about it all week long. It's all about playing the system, about trusting each other. And I think that's the kind of performance they're going to look to put forward here in this gold medal effort. I'm now joined in the booth by Chris Bukunowicz. Chris, this is what we've all been waiting for.
It is. I expect a very fast-paced, very high-intense game.
Ready?
These two teams know each other. As you mentioned, they met in the prelims, but this is a different team now. They've had several games under their belt. There's a very small margin for error here. I expect both teams to come out guns blazing. Looking forward to it, Chris.
No shocker, Phair and Housser lining up for the opening face-off. Phair wins it back to Levasseur, who immediately retreats and strikes that breakout. Sean Phair right up the middle. That one out of Hauser's reach, and Vero gets to it with the first shot on net. And it looks like they're answering back with Davis in net once again. No surprise there. Stuart Thiessen collects back to Levasseur. And the pressure from Team USA. They don't want to give Canada too much time. I think this is really going to be a pressure and physical kind of game for Team USA. Team Canada wants to be fast and deadly with their passing. Hildreth intercepts that one and teams make a change. Giuseppe D'Amico already back in his end. First 45 seconds gone, and Chris, I think we can expect short shifts all game long on both sides. Did you agree?
Absolutely. This is the deep end of the pool. You can't be caught out there with rubber legs.
Speaking of legs, Berube, who's been probably the fastest player this entire tournament, he gets that one in deep for Dunford behind the net. Still battling for that one. Coming together down in the corner, Ryan Delaney defending, and Lulik gets that one up the wall for Bishop. Bishop's one of the major scorers for Team Canada, but it feels like who isn't, as that shows just wide. Delaney back for Bishop, and well read there by White Knight, keeps the zone. Another change behind the play as Keith Sienna came out, but the ball never got down to him. Meringue's out there, so Berube's got to come off. He hands it off to Williams, and there he'll go. Just out of the reach. Oh no, White Knight did stop it. At the blue line, there's a shot, and the first shot turned aside by Christian Lantin.
Yeah, heads-up play there by Lantin as White Knight has a really good wrist shot.
Big shot from way outside by John Carberry. Good look, though. Now on the left side, it's McHugh. That one just rolled off his stick, and a nice pressure play there by Carberry to make sure that it went to Ricky Meringue. Already 2 minutes gone here in the first period. Both teams making sure to get as many players out there as possible, get their legs moving, get some ball touches. Really, you don't want to wade into this game. You want to dive right in and be ready to go, because fast starts have proved to be very important in this tournament. Smith takes his shot from behind. He gets right back up, and we continue. Soroviak swings it around for Crossman. He takes a chop at it for McHugh. He's pressured along the half wall by Smith. Has to send it right back down. Goes diagonal for Tifu. He's another weapon coming into this game with 13.6 goals and 7 assists. Wheels that one over for McHugh, who takes a blast from the red line as he changes. Tifu creating space to finish that change as Downs comes in. Hachey takes a move and just healed that play. Now in front, a backhander by Downs, and they score! Team Canada strikes first!
Yeah, we're going to see this here on the replay. Davis makes the initial save, and then there was a loose ball in front. Just tapped that one right in. Nothing Davis could do after the initial save there. Take another look at this. So it's a good low backhand. Davis gets the left pad on it, and somehow, I don't know if it hit a leg in front, but immediately went right to the stick of that Canadian player who made no mistake about it.
3 minutes gone here in the first period, and Canada gets first blood. Those early plays can be so significant, but still lots of time. Hachey behind the play, back for Levasseur with a big shot, rebound, and they score! Bang, bang, plays, and Canada makes it 2-0!
Hey, watch.
Well, not the start the United States wanted, as we're going to take a look here. Long, hard shot, initial save again by Davis, but there's a Canadian player in perfect position for the rebound, number 43, Chris Sparks.
And this is how they've been making their hay all tournament long. They get down in front, cause traffic, and knock in rebounds. USA just can't let that happen.
Back on your side.
Off the face-off, and all of a sudden, two quick ones find Team USA in a hole here. 8.5 to play in the first period, though. Lots of hockey left. The helmet comes off. It's Williams. He's got to collect it. Play continues. Wheeled up for Vero. He couldn't stop it. Haynes flips one high for Schlegel. Danny Schlegel takes a look. He's got Housser streaking in. Bobby Housser. Shot knocked off the outside. What a save by Lantin.
Oh my word, Christian Lynn with an early huge save here on Bobby Housser, who's been hot. Great pass there, right onto the tape of Housser, goes backhand, forehand. Lantin gets a piece of it.
On the stick, straight out.
And they're going to say that went straight out.
No touch, none, zero.
Looks to me like Lantin got a piece of that on the replay, but referees are down there in position.
And we've got a big screen TV with slow-mo instant replay for multiple camera angles to show us.
Thanks, guys.
Obviously, the officials don't, so they make the call. Ryan wins that one back cleanly to Levasseur. Williams pressures Delaney in feet, and Haynes comes after it.
Thank you. That's all right.
Pressure behind the net. Levasseur gets upended by Haynes. Williams trying to help along the hash marks. Wins that one in front, but Canada gets to it first and going to wheel it all the way down. And it is going to be icing as White Knight in pursuit here with 7:44. And an offensive zone face-off for Team USA in an early 2-0 hole.
Yeah, so just to recap the scoring there for Canada, Chris Hachey got the first goal, assisted by Ian Downs. And then the second goal, Chris Sparks, assisted by Olivier Levasseur. Canada up early 2-0. USA finds themselves in a hole.
There's a shot right away by Berube. But we did get confirmation. That was the right call down on the floor. Lantin actually did not make that save. Housser just shot it high and wide. So it shows how much I know. That shot stopped. Dunford. He was off balance, still managed to stop it. Sienna behind the net. Almost tried that one between the legs. He's under pressure, though. Canada tries to get it out. Big body play there. Dunford takes a shot. Lantin stopped that one for sure. Swatted out, turns and fires it off another block. Easy. Team Canada making some sacrifices. USA starting to feel it on this shift, though. John Carberry has it. Wheels back to the red line. Takes a look under pressure from Delaney. Dunford sends it down for Sienna as he changes behind the play. Berube pressuring Levasseur, and Stewart puts a hand on it, but it's Meringue Ricky Moran couldn't get that one through. Levasseur, a nice block. Now he lost it in his own feet. Stewart pressing. Lost control of his stick momentarily, and Berube comes down with it. He's at the goal line. Got a lot of red jerseys to look through. Stewart heads towards the net. Their shot is blocked. Meringue heals that one on his attempt to get it down. Second effort, he does. Now Meringue makes a play. Blocked again, and Team Canada really selling out for the blocks. But some of these Canadian players are tired. Greg Go takes a shot that misses just high and wide, and Meringue picks it up as Team USA intensifies the pressure, and Greg Go takes a shot. It's loose in front, and Lantin hangs on.
That didn't hit you.
Good.
Well, yeah, you were right there, Chris. Canada was absolutely gassed on that
stick
shift.
was even near your
They're
face.
taking some very deep breaths as they walk off the
Don't do
floor.
that.
We're going to see a look here on the replay. Great position
do
in
that.
front by John Stewart trying to get a rebound. Somehow Lantin was able to find that through a significant amount of traffic. Credit to him. He's obviously got his head in the game here early, but USA with sustained pressure, that's a good answer when you're down 2-0 to get consistent zone time like that. Canada needs to come up with an answer now of their own.
They send out their energy line, and they get energy, so I like the look of that from Team USA. Heads up play by Olivier Levasseur to get his foot on that ball to help out Lantin behind. But here we go. Still only 6 minutes gone here in the game. Tons of hockey left to go. Hurst swing and a miss at that one. D'Amico forced to retreat all the way back into his own end, and Fred Hunt in pursuit, forcing him to come out and play with it. He's got a little bit of room. Bounces that one off the wall, collected by Tifu. Tifu takes a shot. Nice job breaking that one up. Now up for Hildreth, the captain. He sends it across and heads towards the net. Shot, save!
Yeah, Lantin trapped that one in his blocker. You don't often see that one happen, but surprised Hildreth didn't pull the trigger there. I mean, you saw him score yesterday from the blue line. He's got an absolute laser of a wrist shot, very hard, very accurate, but he chose to dump and go to the net and try and get a rebound there, but Lantin saw him coming, swallowed it up.
Team USA feeling that pendulum swing. They send out the top line. Schlegel helps it out. Hurst tried to backhand it. Glove down by Thiessen. Hildreth forced to retreat as Minor pressures him. Haynes grabs it as Hurst transitions to fill in his spot. Back for the captain, Hildreth. Up the middle for Schlegel. He takes a look. He knows where Housser is, but he's covered. So that one has to come all the way back for Haynes. And Hildreth going to try again. Sparks gets that in deep.
Find a ball,
Hildreth wins the battle. And this top line for Team USA really being neutralized right now. Hauser's all the way back as Hurst is going to go off and change. Tries to rip that one up the middle for Schlegel, and Downs reads it. Shot! And I think Hauser got a piece of that one to make up for the mistake as it goes high and out with 4:41 to go.
Wants to switch the ball out like
Yeah,
often,
he did. We're going to see that on the replay. So Bobby's trying to make a crisp outlet pass there to get something going, but immediately recovered after that was intercepted by Canada, and then just got down, was able to get that ball to go off the shin pad up into the mesh netting.
They were already talking about it sticking a little bit, and they're not cold, so we'll just use a fresh one. Yeah, I know.
And Canada answers with Phair's line.
Can you come over on this side of the tee for me? A little more. Good.
Phair, Viro, and Lafortune.
Sticks back, Red. I'm coming down. Don't jump.
Phair wins it back for Crossman, a shot, and White Knight got a piece of that one, I think. Up for Berube. He tries to make some room, gets around his defender, Soroviak.
We'll switch that ball out about halfway through each period, okay? We'll switch it out halfway. Does that work?
Yeah. Chris, I was talking with GM Scott Bukowski of the United States a little bit earlier. Alex Hudson is 50-50 for this game. We haven't seen him out yet. Apparently he's suffering some kind of bacterial infection. Might have been something related to food. We don't know, but they're doing their best to get him hydrated.
And if so, that is a huge loss for Team USA. He's been such a major component of this team. Only put up 4 points, but the energy he brings both on the floor and on the bench is invaluable. So we'll keep an eye out for him. Number 96 for Team USA. In the meantime, behind the net, Chris Soroviak sends that one. Walking it out. It's Crossman. And Canada content to slow things down right now. I think they were feeling that pressure and feeling that energy built, so they want to stifle that as much as possible. Up for Phair. Phair likes his chances to win the race. Morang tries to get to it. Nice job throwing the body. Gets his stick in there.
No stick.
Phair and Morang still fighting for it. Phair takes a look and cycles it down to Lafortune as he goes off. Bureau also swapping out. Ryan almost had it in front. Smith has to come back to help out, and Team USA looking a little out of sorts right now. Lulik has to play it quickly. White Knight gets in front of that one. Morang took a chop to the legs, and he keeps going. Lost it in his feet, and here comes Bishop. Watch out, 2-on-1. Here comes Canada. Makes the move, save, and it cleared out by Hildreth.
That's a huge stop by Davis. Let's remember that as this game advances. Still 2-0 Canada.
Delaney keeps it alive at the blue line. Now Lulik has it. Under pressure from Smith. Bishop fanned on the attempt to get it deep, but Lulik holds it at the red line. Down into the corner. Up for Housser.
Hey, right here, guys. Right here.
Housser sees his captain. And now they hit Schlegel. Danny Schlegel takes a shot. That one misses. Haynes with a second chance. Danny Schlegel behind the net. That one comes just out in front. The whistle as the net is off.
Right here.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm Christian Land, that's my worst nightmare coming through, seeing Denny Schlegel come in. But hey, hats off to Head, and he stood big, came out, cut down the angle. Denny Schlegel trying to pick the top corner here.
I just got the ball.
And as you can see, boy, Chris, it looks to me like that doesn't miss by more than 2 inches.
Then you've got Haynes with the second chance. Then you've got Schlegel again with the third chance. It really feels like Team USA is just a hair's breadth away from busting this thing open.
And, Chris, we've said it all week. What's the 2-goal lead in sports?
It's the worst. It's the most dangerous.
That's right.
Let me set.
So if I'm Canada, absolutely got to get through the rest of this period, protect that 2-0 lead.
2:15 left to go. Haynes comes in. Levasseur up for McHugh. Carberry giving him the business. This one comes around, and Bobby Housser picks it up. He's on his backhand and takes a look. Schlegel's up the middle. But there's a lot of Canadian jerseys between the two of them right now. So he decides against it. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. Stewart and McHugh were ready to pounce on that ball. Now USA slowing things back down with 1:45 left to go. Stewart wanted to press that past Tifu. Bad idea, 3-on-2. Tifu for Stewart. Shot just wide. McHugh, second chance. And a nice job by Carberry to make sure that Canada couldn't get that rebound, because that's where they score. Schlegel beats Tifu. For Carberry, leaves it for Haynes. Haynes gets pressured.
16, they were okay.
Downs across for Tifu. Stewart's got to get back. Tifu's got Soroyak. Shot! Blocked in front. Hildreth slows things up. He sees his team's in the middle of a change. 1:10 left to go. Sent down. Saved by Lantin. Crossman forced to retreat. Sienna breaks it up. Berube cuts back. Thought about it. Sienna trying to make space for him. This one comes all the way back to the point. Go in. Now back down into the corner. Sienna. Crossman gets to it but fumbles it a little bit. Dunford's there to help out. Dunford got it in feet. Sienna bowling his way through. A nice block by Canada, but this line has generated some energy before. Back for Hursk with 35 to go. Berube just flips that one in front, but no one was home. And Canada has it behind the net. It's Crossman now. 17 seconds left up on the clock. Canada leading here in the first with 2-0.
Yeah, they might be content to just end the period here.
Hero's got it. Right up the middle for Phair. Phair comes in. He's got Davis down. Second chance.
Oh, that's off.
And they blow the whistle with 1.5. But Karac Davis standing tall.
Nice save on that.
Well, I spoke too early, Chris, like I did in one of the other games.
How you doing?
Canada absolutely not content to sit on that 2-0 lead. What a heads-up play by Phair there. Absolutely on point with his stick handling, but also his ability to read the United States defense and make sure that when he took that outlet pass, he had the lane in his head. That's exactly what he engaged. Davis,
Okay, I gotta
standing
set
tall
you
so
guys
far
here.
for the United States.
Wait.
Credit to Phair there.
I need all the whites to back
Sean
up. Good, I
Phair,
can't
yet
see the
another
dot over
member
there.
of Team Canada in double
that
digits
way.
for points.
Yeah.
He's got
Right there, perfect. Sticks out of the zone. Nobody jump in. Center's going to put the
5
sticks
goals
down.
and
The ball's
6
going to come
assists
down.
as we listen in to the officials
That's
making
one on
sure.
red. Yeah, it is. Let's go. Sticks.
That everyone does thing on the up and not draw. Final second and a half tick down. And Team Canada jumps out to an early lead, 2-0 here after 1.
Well, if I'm Team Canada, I'm not changing anything. I'm saying, listen, we've been smart with the ball. When we've had our opportunities, we've been putting the ball in position where we can get rebounds. We know we're not going to be able to beat Davis straight on. Obviously, as you see here,
Hey,
Davis
make sure
has
no
recovered
coaches on the
certainly
floor,
very well,
guys.
but none
Remember
of those
that?
goals were his
No
fault.
coaches on the floor, please.
And the
Yeah,
same
they
thing
come
on
back to bench
defense
if
for
they wanna be
Canada.
there.
If I'm
Coach, you
Christian
can't be on the
Lantin,
floor.
I'm swallowing up
George,
these balls. I'm not
can you get
giving
off the floor,
rebounds.
just stand
I know
on
the
the bench
United
for
States
me?
is very
They didn't
good
want
at
any
getting
coaches on the
balls
floor. We got
low,
shit for
hard
that
into the
yesterday.
net, and
Thank you,
generating
appreciate it.
traffic
Thank you.
using those good sticks that we've seen throughout the tournament. Conversely, if I'm Coach George Tarantino, it looks like they don't have Alex Hudson here. And you said he only has 4 points, but 2 of those goals, they were both big goals, especially the second one against Greece. He just has a knack for being in the right space at the right time. That's a big loss. And additionally, it throws off the cadence of his line. So Coach Tarantino is obviously going to have to make some type of adjustment if he knows Hudson's not going to be available at all for the remainder of this game. But as we said, Chris, 2-0 lead. This is far from over.
1 period down, 2 more to go. They'll take a break, and so will we. We'll be back with second period action in this gold medal contest. Team USA and Team Canada.
I'm on.
All right. 5 minutes to rest, talk it over, and figure things out. Team Canada struck first. They lead this one 2-0 as we're underway. Second period here in the gold medal game at the 2023 World Masters Championship. And we start things off with Sean Phair offside. But Chris, what does Team USA have to do to respond here to the first 2 strikes from Team Canada?
Well, I was just having a conversation with, USA Ball Hockey Director of Operations, Corey Hirsch, and I think Corey said it on point. They got to stop putting their heads down, pick their heads up, continue to get some energy. You got to find it within you at the World Championship level to just go out and compete. Yes, you're down 2-0,
way up there. He's got the spot. Who's on the line?
Also, more importantly, Canada knows this game is not over, so pick your heads up and compete hard.
Oh, and you better believe Canada's not taking their foot off the gas. Like we heard them say the other day, they want everyone to know, not think, but know that they're going to win. So, USA trying to respond. Danny Schlegel's shot gets blocked. Second chance gets blocked. He's got the ball for a third time. Down for Hauser. Haynes trying to create some space in front of the net. Levasseur and Thiessen causing problems. Hurst creates some room, and that net gets pushed off.
That looked like a penalty from up here.
Now they're not going to call it.
Let's see if we can get a look at that on the replay here. I'm not saying it was intentional, obviously. I'm up here in the booth, but I didn't see a USA player push a Canadian player into the bench, so no, we're not going to get a replay on that, but...
Red already changed, Danny. Red already changed.
Chris, listen, I've said it all week. I'll never criticize referees. They have the hardest job in this tournament, and I have the utmost respect for them.
Let's get set.
It is extremely difficult to referee at World Championship levels. Hats off to them.
Face off, kind of a 50-50, eventually gets knocked in, but Hurst touched it, so no icing. Jared Hurst has to get to it. He takes a rough ride from Bishop. Hildreth up the wall for Hauser. Hauser gains the line. Takes a shot, tried far side and swung at by Lantin.
Easy in front, sticks
now Hauser behind the net.
No sticks.
On his backhand, scores! There it is, the answer! Bobby Hauser makes it 1-2.
I got 22.
We're going to take a look at this on the replay here. We just talked about playing with energy. Bobby Hauser shielding the ball very well onto his backhand. Corey Hirsch, talk about what you just said between the periods, what Bobby did there.
That was a determined shift. Bobby wanted it. The rest of the players fed off that. He tried it earlier. Canada wisely threw the net off the moorings. Here, Bob, you just weren't going to stop him. Great play by Bob. And I love how he didn't turn to the forehand. Earlier in the tournament, he scored a goal, turning his body to the forehand for that. He read that well.
Watching that on the replay, it looked like Lulik actually bumped Lantin. The official up here taking a look at it to make sure it was legit, and it absolutely was. So Team USA with a power move from their power forward, Bobby Hauser, and they bring it within 1.
Yeah, and Chris, we just can't say enough good things about how the determination of Team USA there on that shift. They just came out guns blazing.
Williams with a quick shot turned aside by Lantin. Sienna sends that one up to Berube, a shot that goes high, bouncing around in the slot, sliding. Sienna couldn't get a piece of it. Comes all the way down. Soroviak settles things down, but that's the response that Team USA wanted. They got it early, 2.5 gone here, second period. They now trail by 1. Crossman slows things way down. White Knight pressing against Tifu. And Canada very content to try to do things their way. And that's their way up for Tifu. Tifu shot, save Davis!
What a stop, Karac Davis on Yannick Tifu. Credit to Tifu, though. Outstanding individual effort there.
That's exactly the kind of play that Team Canada wants to make. He is one of their top skill guys. And there's a floater that finds its way all the way up and out. But let's take a look at that play again.
Yeah, Davis, he knows he's got to keep his team this a 1-goal game. And right down into the butterfly, making sure, again, we've talked about positional goaltending all week, right? And Karac Davis runs a goaltending clinic. He's played semi-pro hockey. He's known throughout the United States ball hockey community. Just so positionally and fundamentally sound. Square to Tifu. Keeping this a 2-1 game.
In 4 games played, Davis has made 73 saves and has an astonishing .936 save percentage coming into today.
Absolutely the right call, putting him in net today. You always ride the hot goalie.
And here comes Team USA. Hunt just takes a shot from outside and glove down. But that's what they want. They get the face-off.
Yep, hey, that's a smart play by Freddie Hunt there, Pittsburgh native. You know, sometimes when you have a 2-on-2 and you feel like your team has the momentum, it's never a bad, decision to throw a ball on net because you don't know what can happen. So we saw Rob Basile scream it down on the left side, but listen, Lantin's a smart goaltender. He knew exactly what he needed to do there, which was catch that in the mitt and get the whistle.
And who's back out there for Team USA? It's the Housser line.
Same spot.
So that's a set play that we've seen Team USA do over the years. It's part of their system. Win it forward, winger crashes towards the net, home for rebound, but Lantin's well aware of that. That's why he's smothered.
Second one, a little bit in the middle, but Canada's got it. It's Thiessen. Again, slowing things down. Right up the middle. Flipped over for Sparks. He's got one of the goals for Team Canada. This one comes around and Hildreth tries to win that one.
Feet, loose. Good job, guys. Good job. Find your cap.
Haynes. Now his turn to slow it down. Right in for Schlegel. He got two defenders to beat, and Chris, he almost did it.
Yep, I'll tell you one thing. When Chris Haynes see Denny Schlegel having a lane, they played together for many years on the Buffalo Fusion, one of the more renowned teams in the North American tournament circuit. They're very familiar with their style of play. Chris knows exactly what type of speed Denny has and how Denny sees the rink. And if he has a lane, believe me, Haynes is going to try and get him the ball. By the way, Haynes had an assist on Hauser's goal.
I'm going to tell him. That's it.
Top line coming through big time. There's a chance for Lafortune. Stewart's got to get back. Phair crashing the net. Carberry read it, but Phair beat him anyway. Phair sends it down for the cycle. Lafortune just tripped himself up.
Hey, feet,
Stewart
feet,
pressuring that. Phair's
Move
there,
the
as
feet,
is
loose,
Carberry and
ball,
Berube.
Right here. Go.
John Stewart wins it back.
Walk.
Dunford up for Sienna. Sienna backs off the wall. Here comes Berube. Berube's got wheels. Soroviak defending. Brings it all the way around for Meringue. Meringue has it in the corner under pressure. Just out of the reach of Sienna as he was at the end of his shift. 8:20 to go, second period. Team Canada leading 2-1. Phair with a touch pass. Now on the near side and gunned in by Bishop. And they finish the change. Chance for Smith.
Good. No,
Smith walks it into the circle. In the middle for Go. Partial change happening for Team USA. Greg Go flips it forward. Easily played by Ryan. And now Bishop's got it. He gets around Williams. Possible 2-on-1 for Team Canada. Delaney crashes the net. Bishop takes the shot. Rang sliding. We got a whistle.
Outside.
Yeah, net was dislodged again there.
No.
Hey, great heads-up play by Bishop. Remember, in the opening game against the United States, he's the one that put up a hat trick. So his stick has cooled off a little bit since then, but make no mistake about it, when Jeremy Bishop is screaming down the wing like that, you've absolutely got to be on your game. Credit to the United States for recognizing that the last thing they want is for Jeremy Bishop to have some space and time. Good sliding effort there as we're going to get a face-off back in the neutral zone.
Bishop, another player in double digits, 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points on the tournament. Team USA wins that face-off, 7:40 here, second period, and it's Denny Schlegel. That one's just out of the reach for Haynes, but no icing. So Haynes is in a foot race for Levasseur. He gives a push. Now this one up the wall for Tifu. White Knight swings at it, as does Haynes. Still on the stick of Thiessen as he gets it deep. And here comes Tifu. Watch out, Team Canada. Tifu, and fans on that one. Possible counterattack for Team USA. White Knight up the middle, he gives it away. Here comes Canada again. Stewart bouncing. Nice job with the foot of Haynes, and here comes Bobby Hauser. Hauser with speed to Schlegel. Denny Schlegel, shot blocked. Thiessen tries to kick it ahead and can't. Schlegel still got it. Keith Sienna streaking in. Ian Downs picks his pocket.
That's a smart heads-up play by Downs there.
Back for Tifu in his feet, and Hildreth wins that. He gains the zone, sends it across for Hauser, who rips one into the glove of Lantin.
Smart play by Lantin there. Team Canada looking a little gassed. You can see them all huffing and puffing. But I want to go back to that play by Downs on Sienna. You know, Sienna was about to have a great look at the net, and there was a United States player down there right to the side of the net. Sienna had two options there. Either one of them would have been a great choice. So Ian Downs, don't underestimate how important back-checking is in ball hockey.
Yeah, that could have been a really dangerous play on a strong sip for Team USA. Hirsch swings at it. Sparks has a look. Shot goes high. And here's Sienna. Now Sparks collects it again behind the net. Team Canada starting to buzz a little bit. Sparks takes a shot right into Hildreth and out of play.
So we got 6:16 left in here. United States still buzzing, but Canada doing a good job on the back check. Trying to see who United States is countering with here. I see Carberry Stewart coming out on defense. So they're going with the Sweat line. Kobe Sweat, Castor, and Basile. This should be interesting. This line has very fresh legs.
Chris, this building is electric.
Six.
Sweat and Phair face off. Sweat wins it. Carberry kicks that back. Ryan Castor chasing after D'Amico. Throws the shoulder. Vero picks it up. Stewart battling. It's in feet. Carberry comes in to help out.
Loose ball. Move it.
Moves a little bit. Now John Carberry wins that one. Up the wall. It's in Castor's feet. Lafortune flips it ahead. Stewart in a foot race with Vero. He got the angle. Nice shot by Stewart, but they both tumble. Lafortune makes a play.
No.
Vero peels off. Lafortune takes a no-look shot. Phair picks it up. Tries to wrap around it. Goes right up the middle for Basile.
That's good.
2-on-2, maybe 3-on-2. Basile gets it in deep. Lantin handles it in his own end, and teams change. Team USA's got to hurry. Phair picks that one up behind him and almost flipped it over his entire body. Now up for Haynes. Haynes gets that one high, tries to pick it out of the air, and he can't. D'Amico stopped again by Williams. And Haynes just going to get it down. Schlegel was looking the wrong way. Hauser's back out there too. 5:10 left to go. Levasseur up for Thiessen. Right at the red line. Careful not to take an interference penalty. They say no icing. Hauser's first one there. Under 5 to go, second period. Slowed way down. Hauser showing his patience as Team USA tries to find the play they want. Schlegel and White Knight circling. Jason White Knight gets it at the blue line. Rips one that somehow found its way to Haynes, but he couldn't beat both defenders. Levasseur gets past Williams. Ryan's in the slot. Now he heads to the net. And it comes right out to Schlegel. Great defensive positioning there. Schlegel flips it. White Knight's going to get to it. Under pressure from Bishop. Jeremy Bishop going against the much taller Jason White Knight and really holding his own. Levasseur collects, and Team USA is going to have to make a change. These change plays are very dangerous. Team USA's got to go quick. Delaney was almost free and clear at the blue line. Nice read there by the captain Hildreth to cover. Ryan comes off on a change with under 4 to go in the second period. Canada's still up 2-1. Thiessen backs off, and Greg Go's going to pressure. It's not do or die time quite just yet, but Team USA doesn't want to make it too easy for Canada. And here comes Tifu. Berube defending him well. He rides him into the boards. On the feet, here comes Hildreth. Andrew Hildreth has room to run. Ball's left at the blue line. On the backhander, it's Hauser, saved by Lantin. Crossman now flips that one up for Tifu. Swing and a miss. He gets it on the second chance. It's McHugh. He rides the wall. Berube stops. And a U.S. player gets taken across the line. It will be offside, and Team USA doesn't like it.
No, they don't like it one bit. And from our vantage point, that looked like Dunford was clearly pushed into the Canadian attacking zone. I see the players discussing it, but no call by the referees. I mean, we'll take a look on the replay here. I don't know if we're going to see the actual... Yeah, there it is. So, Soroviak basically just charged into the back of the United States player. I'm not sure why that's not a call, but again, not criticizing, just...
Center.
Need to keep an eye on that there.
Find the ball, guys. Find the ball.
3:08 to go, second period. Here comes Team Canada again. Ian Downs pressuring Carberry, who carries that one in front of his man. And Greg Go picks it up with speed all along the right-hand side. He slows it up at the circle, kicks it down for Berube. Berube to Stewart behind the net. Stewart comes out. Slowed down. Crossman almost gave it away. Soroviak's got it.
Hey, down.
Right up the middle for Hachey. And it's Sparks. Sparks just drops to a knee. Tried to hit Downs on the back door. He was all alone, but he misfired. 2:25 to go, second period. Castor, Dunford, and Hunt all come in, and that's what it takes to dispossess Downs. So a great shift there on the forecheck by Ian Downs as he goes off to some cheers, some Canadian fans. Dunford slows it way down.
Back coming, boys.
Now 2 minutes to play.
Looks like the United States is waiting for some time there to get some fresh legs out.
Banked off the wall for White Knight. He runs into Lulik at the scorer's bench. And here comes Vero. Vero gains the line. He's got Williams to beat, and he does. Pulls it to his forehand, and that one goes just wide and up into the netting. But a great look there by Daniel Vero.
Yep. Vero just missed on that one, but part of the reason that he just missed was it's great positional defense by Mike Williams. He knows Karac Davis is playing lights out, and he's just going to continue to force him to the outside. Basically, as you see here on the replay, he has no angle really to shoot there. So, you know, not saying that's a 1 in a million shot for a world champion level play. It's just really hard to pull off when you have a defender draped over you, and you know the goaltender's playing extremely well.
I don't blame him for taking the shot, though. Too often you criticize a player for not taking the shot.
Sorry, guys. That was shitty.
And it's a chance to be a hero here on the world stage. That one goes out of play.
Yeah, it looks like the faceoff's going to stay in the same place here. So we have the Hauser line back out. Schlegel, Haynes. Got White Knight back behind him with Mike Williams.
100 seconds left to go, second period, and Williams plays it up for Haynes. Haynes gains the zone. Up for Hauser, who touched past to Schlegel, who was just behind him. Now Schlegel carries it into the corner and takes a look.
Down in front!
Haynes flashing sticks in front for Levasseur. Schlegel builds the wall. Nice job with his body there on the backhander. Gets blocked by Thiessen, who read it the whole way. Up for Phair. One touch pass for Fortune. Vero gains the zone. Lafortune walks in and into the feet. Nice job by Schlegel to get back in time, and it's Bobby Hauser with 1 minute 5 left to go. Bobby Hauser gains the zone and takes a shot. He bolts through Levasseur. Backs it off just a little bit, and the shot off the fingertips of Lantin. Still alive. Now flipping free, and here comes Phair. The 2-on-1 with Team Canada. Phair across, scores! Marcel Lafortune with some patience gets another one here late in the second.
Yeah, we're going to see this on the replay. Great patience with the ball there. Waits for the pass. Tape to tape from Phair. Nothing Davis can do on that. That's just a great hockey play by a world championship level player. The United States has to be disappointed with that. They were really putting the pressure on Canada. But hey, credit to Canada, right? They survived the storm. They weathered the attack. Now they've retaken that 2-goal lead.
44.3 left to go here in the second period, and the 2-goal lead back for Canada.
Nice!
Hirsch
Right here, guys.
along the wall for Ryan in front. It's Bishop! Can he do it again? Still loose! Battling for it!
That's it.
Oh, we got a whistle and some rough stuff now.
That's it. That's it.
Well, that ball was definitely loose. We could see it from up here. Good job by the referee. I mean, he's standing right there. And you'll see on the replay here.
Great, guys. Good job.
So, defensive breakdown by the United States, right? You can't leave anybody all alone in the net, let alone somebody like Jeremy Bishop. Referee standing there, has eyes on the ball, and then finally blows it dead as Hirsch and Bishop get into a little bit of a, you know, how's your sister doing?
Sienna hurt his ankle on that play, too, as he was trying to come in and clear out the net in front of Davis.
George.
His leg just buckled underneath him, and his ankle really took all of that as he's hobbled there. We'll keep an eye on him and see if he comes back out for Team USA. 29.4 left to go. Canada leading right now, 3-1.
Stick on your side, White. White, stick on your side.
Face off one by Ryan Delaney. A shot, and Davis picks that one out of the air.
That's about as clutch a save as you'll find in this tournament. Look at this replay. That thing was right on net. Davis, right at the whole way, and then just snatched the rebound right out of midair.
26.3 to go. Berube under pressure from Ryan. And Ryan gets the turnover. Greg Go not going to let this one. And he's got it. Sliding, Ryan takes him out. There's going to be a penalty.
14 red.
It's a trip against Canada.
14 red's got a hold.
Yeah, referee didn't waste any time. Put his arm up.
14 red's got a hold.
Terry Ryan's got to be disappointed with himself. You know, it happened right below us here. You know, I was watching the entire play, and I don't know if that's a retaliatory issue from something that happened previously, maybe in the other game, but Ryan's going to sit for two. Well, 8 seconds left here in the period, so obviously United States, this is all about the draw. They have several set plays here on what to do, so I would imagine, yes, I can see them talking before the whistle here. They're just going to pull off a set play.
And Housser stick tied up. 5 seconds left now. Downs works it into the corner, and that'll do it. The horn sounds. 2 periods in the books.
What's up, guys?
Team USA trailing this one 3-1, but they've got a minute 52. Well, 53. Sorry, the clock tied to the intermission clock there. Minute 53 left of power play time to start the third period. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the third in this gold medal game. Team USA and Team Canada at the 2023 Masters World Championship in Buffalo, New York.
What's the question? No music? I'll ask him. Thanks, Bishy. USA wants the music cut off. I don't know if we can do that or not. US wants the music off. I'm hot. You hot?
Yep.
Good period, boys. Good period.
Second intermission in the books. 2 periods done. This is it. Third period. Team Canada up 3-1 in this gold medal game.
Nope.
Team USA on the power play.
Right here.
Although we got a whistle here.
No on the ice. Thank you.
So Terry Ryan still in the box on that trip. Team USA is going to have an offensive zone faceoff with 1:47 on the power play, and a goal here would be huge. Downs and Berube set to fake the faceoff. Downs drops on it, clamps on the stick. Now it's to Schlegel, and that one just goes through Haynes. Thiessen gets to it, but Berube using his speed. Haynes back up for Schlegel. He's got Hildreth who takes a shot. And then flipped out by Phair. Schlegel gets it in his own end. Team USA not going to force anything, but they know how important this power play is. And they're just going to get the face-off on that blast from Hildreth just off the end boards again. We've seen that a lot this week.
Yeah, we have. It's a set play, so they'd rather take their chances on the face-off, feeling like they have the better centerman out there with their top line.
That's your warning, boys.
And one by Downs, but not fully cleared. Now swung at, and Phair does get it, so USA's got to tag up. They do, but quickly regain the zone. But Schlegel didn't have any room. Levasseur was draped all over him, and Phair gets it out. And here comes Downs. Just causing a little bit of pressure, forcing Davis to make something happen. Here comes Hildreth. Everyone stopped up at the blue line. Flips it in for Berube. Oh, what a shot saved by Lantin. What a play.
Well, let's remember that one as this game advances here. Christian Lantin, with, I would say, his best save of the day so far on Jake Berube, screaming in all alone. Perfect lob pass by Andrew Hildreth. Berube going forehand, backhand, forehand, and Lantin strong on that post.
Let me set.
Well read, makes the left pad save.
Backside. White.
White, that's your warning, all right, boys?
And
White,
Berube's going to get tossed. Oh, I thought. Well, maybe not.
Back up your stick, Red.
He just gets warned.
Look up, look up.
Now this one up. Hildreth over for Schlegel. That shot hit Crossman. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Hauser for Schlegel. Sliding. Crossman breaks it up. Collision in front of the net. Hauser still got it. 15 seconds on the power play for Hildreth. Hauser down for Schlegel. Up for Hildreth. Shot diving blocked by Lafortune. Hauser shot blocked again by Crossman. Even strength. Bouncer. Haynes has to bat it out of the air. Watch out. Hildreth's under pressure. And a good, important penalty kill here for Team Canada.
Yeah,
Hildreth's up for Hauser. Hang on. Hauser on the backhand. No, and that one just knocked off a sweat stick. Soroviak along the boards with Tifu. Gets behind him. Got to take a look. White Knight. Glove down again by Soroviak. Now by White Knight. And save. That one from way outside, but a nice move from left to right by Lantin. Soroviak's in trouble. Castro comes down to help. Thiessen up the wall. McHugh makes the play. Williams is right there. Team USA in front on the backhand. Hunt took a spill. Soroviak flips that one forward. Tifu tried to make a play, but Stewart had the red line. Teams make changes. USA picks it up. 9 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. It's Jason White-Knight on the left-hand side. He takes a shot, fumbled on the backhand with Fred. Shot by Smith, blocked again. Team Canada throwing their bodies in front of this ball. There's a shot! Still on the outside. Jason White Knight has it. More pressure on this shift, and another save by Lantin! Jeremy Bishop gets it across the line. He's got Delaney with him. Delaney wraps up Meringue. Tries to make a little crisscross there with Ryan. Ryan has it now. And Bishop, he's got all kinds of time. Bishop gets that play towards the net. Not sure it found its way to Davis. Williams chops at it. And now down for Ryan. Ryan and Stewart have been buddies for a while here as they find each other a lot. Right in the middle! Lafortune! Save Davis!
What a stop! Karac Davis matching his counterpart, Christian Lantin. Boy, these guys have brought their A game today.
8 minutes left to go. Team USA makes a change behind the play. Phair takes a look on the right side. Now he cuts into the middle. Gets it into the corner and picks it up himself. Stewart tries to pressure. Sends it across to the other side. Lafortune. He takes a look. Vero streaking to the net. Carberry defending. Phair's all alone. Nice job there by Davis to break it up. And here comes the other direction of Team USA. Haynes finds that one forward. Denny Schlegel's got it. He's onside. D'Amico breaks it up. Now back to Phair on the wall. Phair gains the line. Almost runs into an official as he comes off. Hildreth now with 7 minutes to play. Team USA trailing by 2, and here comes Denny Schlegel. Crossman, nice positioning there, but he gives it away to Housser. Bobby Housser walks in. Shot saved. Denny Schlegel shot blocked. And it comes all the way out by Canada.
Christian Lantin on fire in net right now. He's stopping everything.
Every play, every shift, every pass so critical. Here comes Berube.
Good.
Across the line. Shot save, Lantin again. Great goal, whacks at it. Soroviak tries to get it out. Up for Sparks. And he flips that one. Is it going to go for an icing? Yes, it is. 6:29. Team USA with an offensive zone faceoff.
Let him back on the floor.
Let's take a look at these last two opportunities here. Bobby Housser walking in all alone. Makes a great move. Lantin stones him with the left pad. What a fantastic save. But not only that, kicked the rebound out far enough where his defense could collapse down and make sure that Denny Schlegel wasn't going to get a good look at the net. Well, I'll tell you, Lantin, he's been something this game, but credit to Davis. I think that was really the first test that Davis felt in the third period.
The crowd getting fired up. Dunford and Downs come together. Berube back up to the point. It's White Knight. Flips it. Oh, on Lantin, and what an idea. Jason White Knight with a clever play.
Yeah, hey, White Knight saw he had bodies down there. Why not, right? You know you're not going to beat Lantin with a long wrist shot from there, and there's a good chance if he'd have tried that low, hard wrist shot, it would have got deflected into the corner. Not a bad play.
Expect Team USA to throw the kitchen sink at Canada right now. There's Berube who takes another shot, and Canada blocking so many opportunities. Berube didn't get it as deep as he wanted to, and Lulik picked it up, but a nice play there by Williams keeps it alive. Berube across for go, but he had to pick it up behind him. And another backhander gets deflected wide. D'Amico up the wall for McHugh, who gave it away. Dunford backs off, go shrinking to the net. Dunford walks it into the middle. Still got space. Berube now trying to create something. There's Havoc in front of the net. Lantin takes a peek. Shot! Oh, and that one just comes all the way through the middle. McHugh gets it down. And is that going to be an icing? Yes, it is. And a tired Team Canada stuck out there right now.
Yeah, you saw them, Chris. They were gassed. That's why they couldn't do anything in terms of trying to get even a poke check or a stick away. They were just hoping to let a shot go on net and have Lantin get a glove on it or smother it somehow. But the United States was smart. They didn't fall into that. They saw that they were gassed, waited for the right opportunity there. This is a huge opportunity. It's a very tired Canada 5 right now. They're breathing heavy.
Lulik tried to sneak off for Levasseur. The officials caught it right away. And Housser wins the draw out of play.
No change.
Got tip? Got tip? Do you have a tip or no tip?
The official's discussing it, but Canada's going to go and make the change.
Outside.
And they will be allowed to.
Tip. Outside.
Team USA doesn't like it.
Danny had a tip on it. Danny had a tip on the shot out.
Tip, boys.
Oh, they may not like it, but that's the rule. If the ball's deflected up out of play, you're allowed to change. So we talked about having to get bounces. That's one for Canada.
5 minutes, 34 seconds. One back by Team Canada, back for Thiessen. Plays that one up to Bishop. Flips one forward for Delaney at the red line and gets it in deep. Housser slows things down. Up for Hirsch. He gains the line. Now he's going to back off. Haynes and Schlegel head to the net. Hildreth comes out to help. He's going to make some room. Haynes just heals that one. He was ready for it.
Good.
And every second that ticks down now is another crucial one against Team USA. Housser has it along the left wing. Pulls up. He's got to get through 4 players, and he does! But he left the ball behind. No one was there. Here comes Canada. Lafortune with Phair. Cuts in. Pulls it to the forehand. A save by Davis.
Davis standing tall there. See the Canada bench right now. They're doing everything they can to try and close out this game, but see a lot of heavy breathing. We'll take a quick look at the replay here. Davis standing tall against Lafortune as he had the angle on Stewart.
Team Canada fans excited. They've already won 1 gold medal today. Crossman passing that one back to Soroviak. This one over for Vero. Quick little touch pass to himself. Phair almost got away with it. Canada got their wires crossed a little bit. Stewart bumps into Vero. They keep it alive. Carberry. Shot pass! Oh, and that one just off the outside. It hit glass, but it was a great look there.
Right here, stick out. Stick down, stick down.
And another shot that goes wide. Sweat chasing down Crossman. Sweat wins it, keeps it alive. Rips that one into the middle. Under 4 minutes to play now.
Right here.
And that ball goes out of play. Kobe Sweat with a golden opportunity there to put the United States within 1.
Right behind you guys.
He's shaking his head as he walks off.
Yeah, off white outside, off the pitch,
Christian
right
Lantin again, just standing tall in net. He's been so positionally sound all game. And now we take a look at the United States bench. Heads up, talking to each other.
I'm going to step on that. Can I get you right here, guys?
Lining up. McHugh and Sienna being instructed on where to be. Run forward, but Canada was ready for it and backs it back out of play.
Right here, bud.
That's going to go down low now. That was from the defensive zone, shot out of play directly by a Canadian player. Bit of a mental error there.
3 minutes, 46 seconds. Team Canada leading this one 3-1.
Center. Whoa. I'm not going to surprise you. It's going to come out and then down. It's like every time, right?
Surprise me every time.
Ready?
Team USA wins the draw, but it ends up going wide. Yannick Tifu gets pressed against by Sienna. Sienna in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. McHugh sends it up the wall. Downs is going to beat out the icing, so White Knight has to defend. Williams flips it, but Sienna was on a change. D'Amico goes wide for Tifu. Tifu stops up. That one going wide.
Go, hurry. Yep, you're good.
Hauser's line back out there. Williams battling for it. Hauser under pressure from Levasseur. Sends it right up the middle, and Thiessen reads it well. He finds Tifu. Tifu takes a shot that catches glass and goes out.
So that's going to come outside the zone. That's where he shot it from. As you can see, Karac Davis here. Getting some water to rehydrate himself. 3:07 left. Have to keep an eye on him. The United States eventually going to pull their goalie.
And USA is going to take their timeout. They've got 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. They're trailed by 2 in this gold medal game. So far, I'd say this game's lived up to our expectations. There you see Coach Tarantino drawing up something, making sure his team knows what to do, where to be, how to act. For Team Canada, they've just got to weather the storm. They put money in the bank, and let's see if it's enough.
Let's go!
Delaney, Ryan Sparks, Levasseur, and Thiessen out for Canada. Hildreth, Hirsch, Haynes, Schlegel, and Housser for USA. Lantin making sure he's ready to go.
Bring guys. He's ready, Terry.
Davis is square. Here we go. 3:07, third period. And Bobby Housser wins the face-off back to Hildreth.
Good.
Haynes gains the line and sends it in deep. Lantin comes out to play it. Thiessen coming out. A little bit of confusion there. Now Delaney has to play it on the wall, and he gets it up for Ryan. Ryan sends it the length for Sparks, and Sparks has it. Hirsch defending. Ryan has some space.
Hey, find a ball. Loose ball.
Hirsch just going to play that one forward. And they're going to get called on the hand pass.
Glove white inside. Hey, glove white inside right here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
hand pass has to stay within the defensive zone there. So when Schlegel touched it, he was on the other side of the blue line, which is considered the neutral zone. So good call by the ref.
Let's go. One guy.
Canada's going to make a change. U.S. a partial change. Carberry comes on for Hirsch.
Okay, let's get set back here, guys.
Otherwise, the
Excellent.
Housser line stays out.
Okay. Half step over red, 39. Good, thank you. Ready?
Housser wins the face-off. 2:40 left to go. This one flipped high. Schlegel gets in behind the D. He pulls up. They cycle back for Haynes. He takes a shot, scores! Unbelievable! U.S. pulls within one!
Pandemonium erupting here at the Buffalo Riverworks facility as Chris Haynes with an absolute laser through 2 sets of legs. Christian Lantin screened on the play. He just had to hope the ball could hit him. It didn't. And Chris Haynes, what a shot from that distance on the feed from Denny Schlegel. And wow, this one has just gotten a little more interesting, Chris.
2 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock. And Team USA scores a seeing eye shot from way downtown. I don't think that's how George Tarantino drew it up, but I think he'll take it.
We've said all week, right, if your worst option is to take a shot on net, it's not the worst option in the world. That's exactly why.
This team is pumped. This building is pumped. This is going to be a wild ride to the finish. Team Canada hanging on. They lead this one 3-2. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left.
It's a mutual tip. Nobody had possession or control. Nobody had control. Nearest dot. Lines out. Lines
USA
out.
got a big one, but they still need one more. It starts with the face-off, and they won it, but then Hildreth made a mistake. Lafortune's stick goes flying. Hildreth finds Berube. He's out with Schlegel. And Haynes gains the line, gets in deep, using that speed. Lantin comes out to counter. All the way around for Schlegel. Schlegel takes a look. Hildreth calling for it. Haynes trying to cause some problems in front. Hildreth off the boards. There's that play again. And that one gets chopped into the netting by Vero.
Yeah, so Andrew was intentionally shooting that wide. You saw it right from our angle. He was trying to get that bank off of the boards back over to Denny to get another set play going there. You can see there on the replay. It's chipped up. So we have an empty net, Chris.
And this is it. Team USA going for it. 6-on-5. They trail by 1 here. Third period.
Back up half step.
Face-off so critical.
Perfect. Okay, ready, guys?
And won and controlled by Canada, but they don't get it out. Haynes sets up. He's got Hildreth. Shot blocked. Hildreth still has it. Back for Housser. Bobby Housser in the neutral zone. Back for Hildreth. Down to Schlegel. Schlegel walks in. Fakes. Shot. Rebound! It's loose. They were cheering for it, but no! Lantin keeps it out!
Right here. Good job.
Another great positional save by Christian Lantin. You're going to see it here. Denny Schlegel with a prime look at the net goes low pad. He's got two bodies there for a rebound. Lantin just been so solid in net. You see, ball comes in low. Lantin tracks his own rebound there, gets the smother.
Make sure there's a gap here.
1 minute, 32 seconds. Dunford and Downs, offensive zone face-off for Team USA.
Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. I know you guys are fine. Back up a little bit more. A little bit. Right there.
Official making
Right
sure
up the line.
everyone's square and where they're supposed to be.
Okay, 6.
Face-off one back. Crossman takes a tumble.
Slip.
Team USA's got it. It's Dunford. Backs up the wall. Down. In front for Schlegel. Shot! Oh, and that one just goes wide. Haynes collects. Still an empty net for Team USA. There's a shot. Berube on the backhand. He scored! He scored! Are you kidding me? Team USA has tied the game! We can't even hear ourselves talk here. Pandemonium has erupted at the Buffalo Riverworks facility. What a backhander. Nothing Wayne could do through traffic. He's as stunned as everyone else. I don't think he expected the shot. Look at the hustle play there. Dunford, Lanford sensed he was coming in. My goodness, you can't hear yourself think. This is unbelievable. What a stunning turn of events. Canada in complete shock. They may have to take a timeout. 75 seconds left. And we're not done. Here comes Team USA. Hunt on the backhander in front, and Lantin covers up.
Right here.
Wow. You talk about high drama here at the 2023 World Masters Ball Hockey Championships, Chris. It doesn't get more dramatic than this. Two heated rivalries going toe-to-toe, neck and neck. Which one wants to take home the gold? They both do. Who's got it within them? Who's going to dig deep?
And who have I been talking about all week long? Jake Berube gets the goal.
Sticks down.
Unbelievable.
Sticks down.
1 minute and 9 seconds remain. Housser wins the draw back from Rang. Off the glove of Lantin. Thiessen, Team Canada backs against the walls. Thiessen goes down. Go gets his stick free. Schlegel still out there against Levasseur. Denny Schlegel on the wall. He can't get it out. It's up for Ryan. Ryan careful not to ice this one, but they don't get it out. White Knight's still there, and now they do, and here comes Ryan. Ryan down along the right wing side. Terry Ryan pulls up. He's got 43 seconds left, and it's Levasseur. Levasseur makes the play. No, he does not. Here comes Team USA. It's the 2-on-1. Bobby Housser and Denny Schlegel. Housser on the right-hand side. Across for Schlegel, and a nice diving block breaks it up. 30 seconds left to go. Denny Schlegel on the wall. Takes a shot. Lantin makes the stop. Now down in the corner, it's Sparks. Sparks behind the net for Team Canada, and he's going to flip this one high. Phair is right there. Berube is forced to defend. It gets in front of Davis, and Davis makes a save and covers up with 13.6 seconds.
We're going to take another look at that one, and oh boy, did the United States dodge a bullet. Jake Berube actually put that in on Davis, and Davis says, you know what, boys, listen, we've been going a mile a minute here. Let's just try and settle things down.
Timeout, Canada.
And with 13.6, Canada finally decides to call their timeout. Now, this has got to be because they want a set play here off this face-off.
Oh, absolutely, right? So, Christian Lantin, right, is as shocked as anyone that the United States has tied this up. So part of the tactics is in calling that timeout, because we see Lantin come over, is people go to the goalie and say, Christian, don't worry about it. We got this. You just make it one save at a time. And right now, they're talking amongst themselves, who's our best center man? Who's got the hottest shot? And how do we want to position them? Now, conversely, for the United States, what they're saying is, we know exactly what Canada's going to do because we would be doing the same thing. So if they win the draw, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. If we win the draw, we're going to do A, B, and C. This is as big a draw as you'll see in the sport of ball hockey here.
No surprise on the lineup. Phair, Lafortune, and Vero. This crowd is going berserk on both sides. Biggest face-off of the game. Phair wins it back. Lulik takes his shot. Glove down out of the air by Davis, and with 9.3, we'll reset and try again.
That should be the same play here. That was a good job by the United States tying up there on the draw, making sure Canada didn't get a clean look.
Hold on, boys.
Dunford and Phair try again.
You guys okay? I don't mind that, all right?
Phair won it, but...
I think we're going to get an early entry.
Yep, so we'll do again.
Stick here, boys. Let me set.
Third time, Phair wins it back. Nice block by Dunford. D'Amico gets it into the middle. This one flipped high. 2 seconds and one! And that one knocked off the stick of Berube as the clock expires by Lulik. And Chris, would you believe it? We're going to overtime.
Why not, Chris? This has been an unbelievable tournament all week here in Buffalo. These have clearly been two of the three best teams all week. They have shown up to play today. They know each other so well. The margin for error is so small. The mental game, the physical game. How is each team going to make their adjustments here going into overtime? If I'm the United States, I'm saying, listen, we got them on the ropes, boys. We've got Lantin rattled finally. You saw him walking to the bench with his head down. Let's try and get balls to the net, bodies to the net. And if we got to win this with dirty goals, Chris, then that's what we're going to do, by golly.
Absolutely. On the other side, if you're Team Canada, like you said, you're trying to calm Lantin down and say, listen, you made enough saves to win this game. We just got to go out there and get one more for you. We know we can do it. They've been doing it all tournament long. And really, one shot, one bounce, one goal, one gold medal.
That's all it takes. I can't wait for the start of overtime.
They're going to catch their breath, and so will we. Stay with us as we bring you overtime, a full 12 minutes if necessary, in the gold medal game, Team USA and Team Canada.
Oh, I got to get in there. I don't want to spill this. Hold on to it till we're done.
That ball is so soft.
I know.
We'll have to change it. Should have a ball on the finish for it. You should have a clean water. Icing it.
Teams return and line up for a fourth period of action. One goal is all it takes.
Give them the whole time.
And especially coming all the way back from that game, feels like a lifetime ago on Wednesday.
Feels like it was 2 lifetimes ago for me, Chris. Just unbelievable drama here in Buffalo. I mean, this is why we love the sport, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. I heard you and Jason talk about it last night in that amazing semifinal game, how that U.S. team that showed up on Wednesday, that's not this team. This is a different team.
It absolutely is, as you hear chants of USA erupting. A capacity crowd here on hand at the Buffalo Riverworks on this beautiful Sunday evening here, as we're going to head into overtime, all knotted at 3. 2 teams that know each other well. We've said it all week, Chris. The margin for error is so small. Can't wait.
I can reach into the hyperbolic from time to time, but our booth is literally shaking right now with the energy in this building.
Literally.
It's Phair. It's Housser. Phair wins it back for Thiessen.
Yes!
That one takes the deflection. Hildreth picks it up. Left for Vero. Vero has to collect. He takes a shot that misses wide, and Bobby Hauser's going to get to it with Lafortune under pressure. The captain, Hildreth, has it first. 15 seconds here of the extra period are gone, and we will play the full 12 if we have to. Lift it up, and it's Housser. On the backhander, that one gets bounced high and up and all the way over the netting and out.
Yeah, it was a great outlet pass there by Bobby, and he was basically just trying to do what they've been doing all game, get a cycle going, get a look at the net, right? If not, I got to get the ball over to Denny Schlegel, who's got 2 assists. I mean, this line is produced, right? So Hauser's got a goal and an assist. Haynes has a goal, 2 assists. Denny has 2 assists. They've been producing.
They're here, absolutely. And just like you said, now every face-off's the most important face-off. Vero a little bit across the line there. And one by Housser. Lafortune got a piece of it. Housser in front for Schlegel! Oh, on the backhand and held out by Lantin. Schlegel tries to bank it off and it doesn't go. Here comes Vera. Forced to recoil in his own end. Slows things down. Up for Thiessen. Go swings at it but couldn't stop it. Now Greg Go. Oh, that one goes all the way through his legs. Thiessen back on the wall. Phair fans on it. Thiessen and Vero. Williams stuck a leg out, but he couldn't get it, and Team Canada's going to get a change. USA will as well, at least partially, because Schlegel's still out there, and he dumps it in. Here comes Dunford and Go against Lulik. Greg Go gets his stick on it. Dunford couldn't stop it, and D'Amico comes out. Greg Go, he bumps with Lulik again. Berube, he's the one who sent us to overtime. Go. In the corner. He's got room, and we got a whistle.
Well, net got dislodged, and you're going to hear a lot of jeering from the fans here. The American fans in particular feel like that was intentional, but no signal from the referee here. We're going to take a look at the...
I got inside red.
That's Joey D'Amico. Yeah, he's claiming that his stick was held, and that's what forced him into, and the fans feel like Joey D'Amico just did that intentionally. But listen, that's hockey, right? We don't want a championship-level game decided on, we'll call a ticky-tacky call, okay?
I got to love, though, the universal, international sign for I did it, which is throwing your hands up in the air when no one was even looking at you. But nonetheless, we play on because, like you said, you don't want this game determined that way. But it will be an offensive zone face-off. And again, every face-off from here on out is the most important one.
Well, there's still some discussion here. I see the referees talking because I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I see Bobby Hauser coming out. But I don't see Haynes and Schlegel, so it looks like Go, Dunford, Carberry, Hildreth, and Schlegel. I see Levasseur out there, along with Tifu.
And make sure they get the right people out there.
Ian Downs is out there as well.
Now you got it sorted out. Dunford squaring up against Downs. Carberry takes his shot, gets blocked in front, and Downs has it. Up for Tifu. Yannick Tifu up the wall. Hildreth breaks it up, and then he lost it. Downs, he's got room. Berube showing his speed. He's going to be the first one on it and sends it all the way around for Go. Go picks it up at the half wall, and he's got room. Slows it up by Thiessen, just dumps it in. He's going to go off for a change. Dunn comes after that one with Levasseur. Thiessen comes together, and this one's going to go down for an icing, and Canada's going to stay out there.
Well, that's a misplay there by Canada, Chris. We've talked about limiting mental errors there. You can see Ian Downs breathing heavy. You know, I'm looking at the Canadian players right now. Yeah, I mean, Thiessen's breathing heavy. This could be dangerous for them. U.S. puts the top line back out.
Of course. It's Housser. Downs wins it, but nobody home. In front! Schlegel on the backhander, and that one just missed Hauser's stick. Haynes switches with Hildreth. Hildreth sits down. Housser comfortable anywhere on the rink. Back for Carberry, just out of the reach. Haynes has it. He's got 3 points. Hildreth makes room for him. Haynes takes a look, sends it, goes wide. Hildreth cycling. Canada's tired. But let's be frank, so is USA.
Yeah, they're walking though. Canada's walking.
Hauser cycling, tries to get it in the middle. Schlegel gloves it down. Back for Housser, takes a shot that gets blocked. Downs chips it, and it's a 2-on-1 for Team Canada. Levasseur across, saved by Davis.
Karac Davis bailing out the United States. Take a look at this outstanding save here. Davis feet set, square to the shooter, and on Tifu, of all people, who's played outstanding today. As you see here, the United States was just caught. They were so aggressive here. Ball just finally went the Canadians' way. They got a good bounce and capitalized.
If Tifu settles that a half second quicker, that's going in. Off the face-off, kicked forward. This one's just going to sail down for an icing.
Jason White-Knight a little upset with himself there. I think he was trying that high lob pass for Greg Go, but let it go a little too soon on his stick and not getting under it. So face-off will come down here to the left to Davis.
Phair's line with Lafortune and Vero back out there. You got Diemico and Lulik behind him.
Back up, Red.
Tried to win it forward. Dunford ties him up. It's loose. Vero kicks it into the corner. White-Knight for Dunford. Dunford flips it. It's Berube, and he couldn't collect it. And he didn't clear the zone. Vero's got it. Phair cuts to the net. Vero rims it down. Phair and Lafortune trade up.
Keep walking it. Keep walking. No hold. No hold.
Lulik keeps it alive. Punched in for Dunford, who eats it.
Watch arms. Watch your
Turns around behind the play, and now it's Williams. 8:40 left to go in the extra period. Another flipped home run pass. And it's an icing. USA is going to get caught.
Yep, no change allowed on that one. So USA now the team that's breathing heavy, as Canada is absolutely going to send out their best face-off people here. I see Levasseur coming out, Thiessen, Terry Ryan, Delaney, Chris Hachey.
All right.
It's going to be Ryan. No, it's going to be Delaney. Face off. In feet. Back for Thiessen. Shot. Tussey goes down. Possible 2-on-1. Levasseur doing just enough to break it up. Berube gains the zone. He's got Go with him. He needs a change behind the play, and he's going to do it. Levasseur chasing after that one with Go. Schlegel's back out there. Schlegel pulls it to himself. Doesn't have a lane. Hildreth goes down, and the crowd can't believe it. No call. We play on. Hachey. Housser collects. Housser comes in. Hildreth. He's got Schlegel. Bobby Hauser's got the stick. Oh, and that one's just out of the reach.
Now we're going to get a penalty.
And it's going to be a penalty against Canada.
Oh, that's going to go. Excuse me. My voice is doing its best to hang on, Chris, as I'm sure yours is.
14, let's go.
We're going to take a look at that on the replay. I believe that's Terry Ryan's going to get called for high stick. Yeah, he's heading over to the box. And you'll see right there,
He tapped him on the helmet, came
or
across.
pardon me, no, that's the first one that Andrew Hildreth was claiming he was hurt on.
Doesn't matter, you have control of your stick, and he still whacked him on top of the head.
But
That
nonetheless,
was a really obvious one. And hey, remember what
Terry
happened
Ryan,
on the
a
collision?
costly
That didn't look good
mental
either.
mistake
That was
there.
a trip in the fly.
As chants of USA erupt here.
Yeah,
Well,
we're not good. That's not
if the USA ever wanted as golden an opportunity as you can ask for in overtime in your home country, this is it.
Bobby Housser wins it for Denny Schlegel. Down for Berube. Berube has it behind the net. USA on the power play in overtime. Haynes. There's a shot, and it goes wide. Haynes sticks come together, try to keep this one alive for USA, and they've got it. Levasseur battling in the corner. Now Berube to come help. Hildreth has to be careful, and they get it down. Minute 30 left to go on the power play, and Denny Schlegel's going to start it off. He communicates with Hildreth, and he'll leave it behind. Everyone lined up at the blue line. And there's the flip.
Offside!
Oh, that's a mishandle.
And they call it an offside. The referee was yelling it the whole time. The crowd cannot like it, but the referee was making it very clear that was offside.
What do you got?
Middle's offside.
Hey?
Middle's offside. Guy in the middle's offside.
Okay.
Offside, called offside.
Right here, all the way
So
down.
I believe Andrew Hildreth was the one who was offsides here, but nonetheless, it's going to come outside the red zone into the U.S. side of the neutral zone.
Offside from the pass.
Right there.
They didn't get zone. They're trying
Minute
to break the
17
tackles
left
all
on the
time.
power play.
It wasn't intentional. It was a try play on line.
Thiessen still discussing things.
It was
Downs and
automatic
Phair out
in
there
the
with
middle, the middle
Levasseur.
guy. So I gave line on this guy. The middle guy was offside. But that's not a deliberate. Nobody yelled offside.
Dunford's Team
Conte
USA's
did, yeah.
face-off man
Hands down,
tries to win it
find the
forward,
ball.
and they do. Haynes
Canadian player without a stick.
flipped. Dunford gets to it. Downs has his stick now. They set up. Haynes. 1 minute left to go on the power play. Shot off the mark and rims all the way around for Housser. Housser at the point. He's got Hildreth and Schlegel. Dunford's in front. Hildreth over for Haynes. Dunford's calling for it. Now he gets in the eyes. Hildreth down. Shot off the mark. And the whistle blows. The net was off. Dunford doesn't like it.
Well, we're going to take a look at this one on the replay as Christian Lantin tries to catch his breath here. Denny Schlegel down low. Perfect
That was
pass,
off.
and Schlegel
Red
just
knocked
hooked it. He just hooked it off the heel of his stick. Got to be frustrated with himself, obviously, but needs to put it behind him. Focus on the next opportunity.
Dunford can be annoyed with the whistle, but watching that replay, Lantin was there. He was going to make that save, whistle or no whistle, net off or net on. So I think it's a good call. Lafortune wins it back to Thiessen. He takes a look, but Schlegel gets to him. Tries to 1-foot it. Everyone coming together. Now it's underneath. A little bit of a holding the stick. No call. We play on. Haynes tries to get it in front, and it's blocked. And here comes Canada. Possible shorthanded chance. Lafortune has it. Lafortune walks in. And it's out. No goal. It will be a penalty, though. It's a rough.
Well, we'll take a look at this one on the replay here. Bobby Housser got back
No breakaway.
to hassle Lafortune. I mean, he got the
22
shot off there,
USA.
but
2 minutes.
the referee was right on top.
He caught up to him, played him clean. Yeah. It's not a penalty shot.
21 seconds left on the power play, and Hauser's going to go. So now it's going to be 4-on-4. And if nobody scores,
Got your four,
Canada
John.
answers back with a
Got
power
your four.
play.
Okay, too late. White's done. Red, 4. Red, let's go.
6:08 left to go in the bonus hockey frame.
Okay, guys, let's get down low, please.
I don't know why, but
Phair, Diemico, Crossman, and Tifu. Williams, Berube, White Knight, and Hildreth. Oh, no, it's Dunford. Dunford taking another face-off.
Yeah, Karac Davis here. trying to collect his equipment after that collision. So the referee will give him all the time he needs.
All the momentum for Team USA, and now a major opportunity for Team Canada.
Let's go.
Another face-off that's blown down early. There's some goalie equipment, a water bottle that's on the rink.
It popped off. You put the towel back on.
20 seconds left of the 4-on-4. Dunford wins it. It's lost in feet. Williams swings at it. Now around for Dunford. Dunford's got Berube. Berube's just going to streak down the middle. Dunford's got a lane, so he's just going to take it. Dunford gains the zone. All the way across for Williams. Shot goes wide. Dunford crashes in with D'Amico. Crossman over for Phair, who's going to back off. Now it's a power play for Canada. Minute and a half. Phair's going to come off, and they're going to get their power play unit. Here comes Lulik. Tifu waiting for his team to finish the change. Out comes Delaney. Tifu fakes the blast. D'Amico gains the line, and in they come. There's the shot! Deflected. Stick goes flying. D'Amico. Schlegel killing. Up the wall. Tifu's got it. 1 minute left on the power play. Down. Lulik. Back up for Tifu. Takes a shot that gets blocked. Schlegel flips it. Here comes Berube. Berube short-handed, walks in. And a great defensive play by Yannick Tifu. Berube still killing the clock though, and he's still got it. Shot, save.
Watch that crease.
Either way, a great penalty-killing effort by Berube. 30 seconds left on the power play.
Yeah, he ate up 20 seconds there.
And here's another chance for Team USA. Danny Schlegel! Schlegel walks in! And it's out! What a step by Lantin! And it's a penalty shot!
This is Canada's worst nightmare come true. If there's anybody you don't want taking a penalty shot, it's the leading scorer in ISBHF World Championship history, Denny Schlegel, a Buffalo native. Chris, this is a Hollywood movie script. You couldn't have drawn it up any better.
A penalty shot.
The crowd is chanting. Christian Lantin assesses the task ahead of him.
Yes.
Levasseur.
Yes.
3-3 game. 4 minutes, 27 seconds left to go in overtime. 19 seconds left to go on the Bobby Housser penalty. And Denny Schlegel's got the game and the gold medal on his stick. The official checks for the goaltender. And here comes Schlegel. The hush falls over the crowd. Schlegel makes a move. And it's a save! Lantin keeps this game going!
The biggest difference between
Well,
those two,
it doesn't get any bigger than that.
Shot before he got fouled.
Lantin, I believe, got a poke check here. He did. As Denny was trying to go forehand, backhand, and then root that on his backhand. Good read by Christian Lantin. He's played against Denny Schlegel many, many years. He knows what Schlegel's capable of. I got to give all the credit in the world to Lantin there for keeping this one going.
One per game.
19 seconds left to go on the power play. Housser was standing all the way up in the box. He was on his seat, literally standing on top of his seat. He's ready to burst through that gate. He's got 19 more seconds to serve. It will be a face-off down in Canada's end.
Nope, they got them.
Lafortune and Dunford. 4:27 left to go in overtime.
They were asking why the difference was, because the first one he got the shot, then he was fouled. Fred.
Lafortune was a smidge over the line before that ball was dropped.
What's wrong with it?
Not sure what Thiessen's arguing here.
Zach!
He's still talking to the official.
1 second. Cool, one.
He's got it, look.
Wants to make sure the timing is right. Lafortune wins it. Thiessen's got it to Levasseur. Levasseur across for Lafortune. 10 seconds now on the power play. And they gain the zone. Davis hangs on. 4 seconds left. Hauser's ready to come out.
Well, Canada needs to be careful here. I'm sure they're well aware of who's in the penalty box. And if the United States either ties up this draw or wins it cleanly, back to Andrew Hildreth, expect a lob pass to try and get Bobby going the other way.
Crossman's got a lot to do playing in that center of the rink position.
It's got to come back to 28.
Delaney.
Right there, thank you. Center, stick
Team
on your
Canada.
side of the dot. I'm not dropping until I go low. Thank you.
USA wins it. There's the flip.
No!
We're even strength. Hauser's out of the box. No icing on the play. Crossman wings it around for D'Amico. And here comes Bobby Hauser on the forecheck. Ryan up for Delaney. USA making some changes. Here's Bishop. Turns, takes a look. Stick's getting in the way. USA, they get it out. There's a shot again. Hildreth off the boards. And it's going to be an offensive zone face-off for Team USA with 3:38 to go in overtime.
Yep, Andrew Hildreth shooting that one intentionally wide because he wanted to get the line set back up after Bobby came out of the box there, knowing that Landon's not going to have any option but to cover it. So, smart heads-up play there.
And here they are, Hauser, Haynes, and Schlegel with White Knight and Williams. Hauser wins it. Haynes gets pressed against the glass by Thiessen. A lot of screaming. Oh, we got a whistle. They're saying Thiessen's hurt. He's holding his face.
They want to bounce off the glass, boys. Let's go. He's got to go off.
Yep, inside.
Hey, you want to know something?
The officials discussing.
Bouncing off the glass. Two guys are attacking off the glass. Wait. You're both bouncing off the glass, right?
Well, looks like Joey D'Amico is asking for an explanation there, and the referee, I'm sure, is saying, listen, this is hockey. Players are going to decide it. That was a good hockey play.
No penalty. We play on. Hauser wins it. Haynes' a shot that goes wide, but Schlegel's going to get to it first. Danny Schlegel, Haynes and D'Amico battling forward in front. D'Amico inadvertently blocked that one, and here comes Tifu with sparks. Tifu chips to himself. He's got a lane. Williams doing a good job to stay with him. Backhanded across for a shot and a save by Davis. That one in front and a huge opportunity, but Sparks couldn't settle it. Out. Picked up for Downs. Downs busts in, gave it away. Danny Schlegel with a blast and a save by Lantin. Under 3 minutes to play. Sparks has it now in the feet of Tifu. Tifu gains the line. There's Sparks and a nice stick by Berube. Stewart pressing, trying to get the stick up on the body. Berube's got it. Flips that one forward for Dunford. No icing. Lulik's got a chase. Dunford bowls into him. Go is there, but it gets rimmed all the way around the glass and high. Here comes Vero. 3-on-2. Vero for Stewart. Stewart slows up. Shot off the mark. Carberry around for go. Out of his hands. Fans want more calls. They're not going to get them. Thiessen fakes. And Vero's offside. And he takes a shot well after that whistle. And USA doesn't like it.
Well, if that was the roles reversed, I'm sure Canada wouldn't like it as well. That was well after the whistle. Listen, it's loud in here, but players need to be cognizant of what's going on here. Disappointed to see that happen.
The crowd is fired up. 2:09.
Way back there. They get the ball.
Here's the offsides.
Face-off's right there. No,
I mean,
you're not out of the zone.
You're looking at him. I mean, he's 5 feet off sides.
And this one's going to go down into Canada's end of the neutral zone.
Right here. Lines out.
And this war refuses to end. Thiessen still chirping now with Hildreth. Hauser wins it clean to Carberry. Carberry just gets it in, but Levasseur with a nice foot stop. He backs off. Now 2 minutes to play. Carberry smells blood. Ball is loose. Got to be careful. Here comes Canada. And they can't get it through. Housser up for Haynes. Across for Schlegel. Hauser's headed to the net. Danny Schlegel across for Haynes. Shot save, and the net is way off its mark.
I'm not sure how that's a delay game. Listen, I'm not trying to be a homer here and pull a Jack Edwards and an Andy Brickley, but I think the United States has a case here. So take a look on the replay. I mean, he feels his foot across the post and then, extends his knee. Listen, you don't want a world championship to end on.
That's his only warning. Gets one.
And he
does get one. He does. No. Hey, the other time.
He only has been warned. The officials didn't like it either.
Well, Chris, back to my point, I think you would agree. You certainly don't want a world championship end on we'll just call it a charitable call for the United States.
The calls, the bounces, at the end of the day, if you get this deep into the fourth period, this is what it takes. Minute 42. Canada's got it, and it's Thiessen behind the net. They want to limit how many more chances USA is going to get here. They want to control this ball the rest of the way. Tifu. Way out of play.
Yeah, mishandled there by Terry Ryan. He rifled that one cleanup out of play.
Right there.
1 minute 27 now. This one's staying on Canada's side of the red line.
Oh.
Hauser and company still out.
Oh, super hot. Give me that one first.
Ryan, Tifu, and Bishop on the other side.
New ball, guys. Line's out.
Hauser gives it to Team USA, and it's Williams.
Outside.
They never had the zone, though, so Haynes has to retreat. Thiessen plays with Levasseur. Backs them up. But Canada likes to stretch out their opponents, and here comes Ryan. That's the play they wanted. They're onside. Terry Ryan. 1 minute left to play here in overtime. That one off the outside of the net.
Careful.
Swung at. Schlegel takes a peek. He's going to get it. He's got Haynes. He hits Haynes and they gain the zone. All the way across for Hauser. For Hildreth. Hildreth shot! Off the end boards!
Hey.
And Lantin smothers with 42 seconds.
Again, another intentional shot wide there. No, you're not trying to score from that distance, right? But you see that you got somebody crashing the net. You also have Schlegel there. So what you're hoping is, if the ball comes out hard enough on the side that Haynes is crashing on.
And number 96, Alex Hudson, is on the floor.
What a stunner.
42 seconds. It's Dunford and Berube with Hudson's first shift of the game. Hildreth keeps it alive. Hudson crashes the net. There's Diemico, 30 seconds now. Hudson battles for it. That one into the netting. And Diemico staying on top of Hudson.
I think D'Amico's just a little bit tired there. I don't think there was anything malicious on that. Joey D'Amico, a veteran of many high-level championship games, and he's giving it everything he's got, as is everybody else here, Chris.
They're leaving it all out on the floor. 25.9.
No timeouts, done.
Hudson's going to take the draw. In the corner. Getting wrapped up. 20 seconds now. They get a whistle and another face-off.
Make them work at Cappy, they're both freezing it.
Canada might just be thinking, let's get this to a shootout, but I said that at the end of regulation, and I was completely wrong, so I'm not saying that now.
I got to do all the work
Schlegel's out there. Hauser's out there. Hudson, Berube, and Hildreth. 17.1. Phair for Team Canada. with Ian Downs,
Love this game.
Stuart Thiessen, Levasseur,
White, stop!
Berube gloved it down. Hudson comes at it, attacking with the stick. Final 10 seconds left here in overtime. Hildreth retreating. Berube's got it. 3 seconds to go.
Thank God.
And that's going to do it. Overtime was not enough. We go to a shootout.
Why not? Both of these teams have given absolutely everything they've got. I mean, I would say out of 12 minutes in that period, 10 minutes, in my estimation, was the rink was tilted in the United States' favor. I mean, that's not to say Canada didn't have their fair chances. They certainly did. And Davis has made three huge saves in that. But I think the story right now has been Christian Lantin so far. He has just been lights out.
I mean, for me, the story is everything. We've had breakaways. We've had shorthanded opportunities. We've had buzzer beaters. We've had a penalty shot. Incredible saves. Wild goals, but I agree. Pretty much since Haynes' goal late in the third, Team USA's had the advantage. But really, like you said, Canada's still getting chances. Canada still deserves to be here. Canada still has a ton of weapons. We have a 5-round shootout that will determine the gold medal here at the 2023 Masters World Championship in Buffalo, New York. This one's going to go down in the history books.
It really is, Chris. And I'll tell you what, neither team has an advantage here, in my opinion, in a shootout because both teams are stacked top to bottom with players that have, as we like to say in hockey, just filthy mitts, silky smooth. They've got moves to spare, so we're going to get a coin toss here, I believe, to determine who goes first. Or, pardon me, who gets to choose whether or not they want to go first or second here. But getting back to the talent level, you know, you got Housser, Schlegel, Haynes. They're producing for the United States. Hildreth has had some goals. He's got some moves, you know, but Joey D'Amico out there, he's got a silky set of mitts. Obviously,
okay, this
you know,
circle
Terry
thing,
Ryan, you know, former NHL player, he's got moves. Jeremy Bishop, he's been putting the ball in the net. And as player you've singled out too, Sean Phair has been playing tremendous, right? Olivier Levasseur has got 2 assists. So
Lion for red, and we have no lions.
It's, you know, it just doesn't get more tense than this.
Second. Red will shoot first. Red will shoot first.
Canada's going to shoot first. And how much pressure is on Lantin and Davis right now in this goaltender's duel?
Well, I think every hockey fan will tell you at the end of the day,
you guys are writing down all the
shootout,
numbers. You got all the number lists.
It's not the goaltenders that determine win or loss because the team in front of them had 4 periods to determine the outcome of the game. So irrespective of what happens, this is not going to fall on Karac Davis or Christian Lantin. This is going to come down to the shooters and whether or not they can find whatever energy they have left here after a very physical, a very hellacious type tournament to simply put the ball in the back of the net.
Andrew Stewart's going to shoot first for Canada. The Canadian fans are pumped up. 5 rounds. And then sudden death if that's not enough to determine it, because who knows at this point.
Well, we're waiting for Karac Davis. He's getting an equipment adjustment there. Looks like some minor issue with his helmet, but
there you see.
It'll be interesting to see who the United States sends out first. You know, there's a strategy to shootouts in terms of, do I want to put my best shooters out first or save them towards the end?
You're good.
Right, because if you put your shooter out first and he ends up finding the back of the net, obviously it puts pressure on the other team. You know, conversely, you want to save your shooters for last because if the goaltender has made some saves on some lesser-known shooters, he's still got it in his head, okay, I haven't gotten past this person or that person, right? So a little bit of psychological warfare, Chris.
Davis looks like he's all set. Finishing up just a lot more mop-up duty, as I'm sure there's a lot of sweat out there. Andrew Stewart, first shooter for Canada, picks it up at center and walks in. Cuts to the middle, makes a move, and scores! Stewart Gets the first one here, lifting it up over the pad, and it's 1-0 Canada.
Yep, great move there. He was very calm, very patient with the ball. Davis started backing up and thought he was going to run out of room there, but pulled it back one final time
until he touches the ball. Are you ready?
Canada up 1-0.
USA answers with Bobby Housser. First shooter for the USA. Housser jogs in. Makes a move. And save! Lantin!
It's an awarded goal, just let you know. So don't do that.
Take a look at this on the replay here from this angle. So Lantin just trying to stay square to Housser, and then it ends up in his mitt. Bobby a little disappointed with himself.
Jeremy Bishop, second shooter, and a chance to really put the pressure on Team USA. Canada leading 1-0 after one. He takes his time and goes wide. Now picks up speed. Save! Davis!
Yeah, and you see Bishop like to take the angle here.
Watch get on you.
Karac Davis just stayed square to him the whole time, didn't give him any room.
Second shooter for Team USA. It's the captain, Andrew Hildreth.
Hey, remember what I said about the
And
net?
a chance to tie this shootout.
He's blowing the whistle, all right? He's blowing the whistle.
Are you ready?
I'm blowing it.
Lantin is ready, and there's the whistle. Here comes Hildreth. Picks up speed. Changes his body. Shot, and that one off the outside. It sounded like Lantin got a piece of that one. And Canada's still leading 1-0 after two. And we saw from the replay, Lantin did get a piece of that.
Good.
Canada responds with Yannick Tifu, round three. Tifu. Scores! 2-0 Canada!
Ready?
Well, great move there by Tifu. Made no mistake about that one.
Third round for USA is Haynes. And he got stopped! It's 2-0.
Well, the U.S. only has two shooters left. Canada's already put two in, so if they score here, that's it. Marcel Lafortune has the gold medal on his stick.
Round four. Davis needs a save to keep it going. Lafortune could win it right here. Marcel Lafortune cuts to the right side. Walks in. And a poke check by Davis keeps the shootout alive.
Great poke check there by Karac Davis, giving the United States another chance here, but now it's up to Denny Schlegel. He's got to score. If he doesn't score, there's going to be an eruption here on Canada's bench.
A save by Kristen Lantin will win it. Denny Schlegel needs to score. Schlegel comes in. Scores! We play on!
Well, you talk about a clutch ticket there. Denny Schlegel just picked the corner. Remember that penalty shot? He tried to make a move. Once he saw Lantin backing up and setting his feet backwards, he just waited till that left foot was up so he couldn't plant on it.
Pressure's not over for USA. Phair could win it right here. Fifth shooter for Team Canada. Phair breaks in, and he loses it in his feet. What a bounce. We continue. John Stewart, number 27 for Team USA. Just like Schlegel, he's got to score to force a 6th round. Here comes Stewart. Left side, has pace, takes a look. Stops up. And it's over! Team Canada has won the gold medal! What a battle! At the end of it, Team USA just ran out of steam in the shootout. It took all 5 rounds, and John Stewart couldn't keep it going. There's the save and the celebration.
Pretty much everything.
He was inches away. He went forehand, then onto his backhand, and was trying to just roll that in past Lantin, and just couldn't turn his stick over.
That's a heartbreaker.
Hey, Christian Lantin, he was money all in that 3rd period and in overtime. I mean, you talk about keeping a team in it when the rink was tilted. I got to give him all the credit in the world, but let's also give credit where credit is due. Hockey is a team sport. Canada, the gold medal winner, they worked for it, they earned it, jumped out to a 2-0 lead early. They fought off a relentless and ferocious United States attack. And congratulations to them on the gold medal. Your gold medal winning goal was number 10, Yannick Tifu, in the shootout.
The celebration continues. What a battle, and like you said, huge testament to Team Canada not get rattled with that late goal in the 3rd period. It felt like for sure the U.S. was going to complete the comeback, but no. Teams lining up for the handshake at center. The celebration still continues for Team Canada. This was a hard-fought one. I know early in the week it might have seemed like they coasted, but this was not an easy medal for them here. Team USA gave it everything they had to the 5th round of the shootout.
Absolutely. And listen, I know there's a lot of hockey fans that say, well, you know, just like in European football or American soccer, you know, I don't want championships decided by shootouts, but believe me, the players know that. Nobody wants to say, well, we need to go into a shootout to decide the championship. These two teams, I mean, you can see in the handshake line here, are just unbelievably drenched in sweat. Every player, down to a man, sacrificing the body. There's bumps and bruises all over. But at the end of the day, you have to declare a winner. You can't play forever. And the way these two teams were playing, we had to go to a shootout, and Canada was simply 1 goal better than the United States. So credit to them. Chris, I'm going to turn things over to you. I got to head back down onto the floor. Pleasure doing broadcast business with you, partner.
Thanks so much, partner. It's been a great week. You go do what you got to do. I will stay right here to finish off coverage. There you see Alex Hudson, who made a surprise appearance late in overtime. We weren't sure if they weren't going to have him, but he was able to at least get a shift out there. The handshake continues. Just a ton of respect on both sides for all the animosity that builds up, all the frustration, the hotheads. Yeah, it's not how USA wanted it, but you just have 2 amazing teams just giving respect at the end of the day, and that's what it's all about. Tifu giving it up for Berube. These two having a great moment. And then again there for Hildreth. Stay with us here as we'll go through the entire awards ceremony. Not just the medals, but the players of the game, players of the tournament. But Tifu had the goal that finished it off. It took some time before he learned that. But his goal in the shootout will be the one that finishes it. Team USA saluting their fans. What a run and what a tournament here in Buffalo. The home team captures silver. And Canada finishes a spectacular tournament.
Real quick, game winner. I never got to show it.
Everyone lining up. The celebration still continuing for Canada, and that will go on through the night, I am sure. The only team that was able to put more than 2 up against Canada was USA. They did it back on Wednesday to the tune of a very different story. Jeremy Bishop with the hat trick and the Michigan goal to finish the hat trick. A natural hat trick, no less, here in New York. That was a 7-3 final. Team USA made some adjustments. They changed some things up, and they didn't lose again. This wasn't an easy run for them either. If you watched last night's semifinal against Saskatchewan, that was one for the ages as well. Just a tough, tough battle the whole way. There you see Phair celebrating. I think on top of everything else, there's that sense of relief that this marathon is over. And for Team Canada, they finished this one top of the heap. They had golds in 2014 and 2018. Let's take a look at Tifu's goal that gave them the medal. Just chops it up, gets in real tight, and then right there. Unbelievable how you make a move in that tight. So let's go live ringside for the presentations. Impassioned words by Corey Hirsch. Housser getting the nod for best player for Team USA. He tried to will his team to a gold medal multiple times. Played his butt off all tournament long and had some highlight reel goals to be sure. Even if he didn't get the one thing he wanted. And the nod to the goalie, Lantin. We talk about Tifu's goal, but he made some saves there in the shootout. He made some saves in overtime. Lantin came into this game with 56 saves and a .903 save percentage. He made quite a few more saves in this final. Well deserving. There's the handshake with Housser as they line up for their photo op. Stay with us as we've got more awards to be presented. Players of the tournament up next. Karac Davis gets the nod as the best goaltender of the tournament. Again, well-deserved. We talked about his incredible numbers just coming into this game, and he had an awesome performance here in the final. Next up, best defenseman. Oh, I guess they mixed it up. We went to forward, and it's Brock Harrison, the captain of Saskatchewan. Harrison coming out to accept the award. Now USA captain Andrew Hildreth gets the nod as best D-man. He had a spectacular tournament as well. Loved seeing him come up in big game moments all tournament long. D'Entremont of Saskatchewan gets best scorer, and no arguments there. He was terrorizing goaltenders all weekend long.
The most valuable player is from Team Canada, number 88.
And Olivier Levasseur gets the nod as overall tournament MVP. And all the appreciation from his team there. Well deserved by Levasseur and all of the players of the tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now announce the All-Star team of the tournament.
Next up's the All-Star team. Goaltender Dave Clark from Saskatchewan getting the look there, and rightly so. He sported the best save percentage of anyone. Now for defensemen on the All-Star team, Bozanokas gets the call here. Captain of Team Greece. His fans still sticking around. Greece played a heck of a tournament too. Love to see the edge that they brought. And D'Amico from Canada. Two players anyone would want to have defending their blue line. Pulisic from Italy gets the first call for forward. He's having some technical issues, but I can tell you it's 99 Jonathan Pulisic. Still having some technical issues down there. Well, he dropped the mic, so we know that works. Making sure everyone could hear D'Amico get called. He's saying, hey, does that mean it counts twice? Still trying to figure it out. Tifu for Canada. He was someone I had my eye on all tournament. Anytime the ball was on his stick, you knew he was dangerous. And Housser getting recognized for the All-Star squad here. In my opinion, the most complete player in this tournament. One of the most impact players. Getting more recognition. He's had an incredible career. Everyone posing for photos again. Now for the presentation of the trophies and the medals.
The team finishing at second place at the 2023 ISBHF Men's World Championship is Team USA.
And Team USA coming up to accept their silver medal. In 2012, they got 5th. 2014, they won bronze. 2016, 5th. 2018, 4th. And 2022, 5th. So I know the silver medal's not what they wanted, but it's still a huge achievement. These players should hold their heads high for a phenomenal performance all week long and took the toughest team here to the absolute limit. Took them as far as they could go. And it came down to the 10th shooter in the 5th round of the shootout in this gold medal final. Team USA, your silver medal winners. As they line up and collect them. John Stewart shaking the hands of Chris Banks. Banks having words with him. It's got to be an emotional moment for everyone involved. It's mixed feelings, right? You work so hard for so long, and you make it all the way and just don't cross the finish line. More cheers from the Team USA fans that remain. I see Greg go now. Jared Hirsch. Williams, and now it's the coaching staff's turn. And you can see the frustration on the faces. Again, still a heck of a run. Now you see Coach Tarantino embracing Banks. His team fought hard. No denying that. No question about it.
We ask the captain of Team USA to accept the trophy, a gift from a sponsor, Tito's Vodka.
Captain Andrew Hildreth collecting the second place trophy for Team USA at the 2023 Masters World Championship here in Buffalo.
The 2023 ISBHF Men's World Masters Champion is Team Canada.
Now Canada to receive their medals. Jeremy Bishop, the first one in line. He had that spectacular hat trick to start this tournament against Team USA. And you just felt like it was fated that they'd meet again. This one wasn't anywhere near as easy for Canada.
A little bit to get more of their faces, Scotty. Can you swing a little bit? Rieger's far. Rieger's far. You're going to get the faces. You're the important shot here.
It doesn't need to go in there. It just need a bottle of water.
Give me a bottle of water.
It's crushed. It's crushed.
Top to bottom, what a great effort for Team Canada. They started the best team and they finished the best team. But man, was it not easy. You see Phair just receiving his. Team USA made him earn it. There's no question about that. Yannick Tifu, a superstar here in Buffalo. Just a great, great job. Backup goalies. Everyone contributed here. It's a big bench. It's a deep bench. Ian Downs had some big face-offs late in this game. Thiessen, how huge did he come up in this gold medal game? What a performance. An anchor on the back end for Team Canada. He played big-time minutes. D'Amico already getting the nod. Now gets his medal. As well as Levasseur. Olivier Levasseur. Players coming back through the lineup with USA for a second handshake. That's just how much respect there is between these players. And if there's something that I love, not just about sports, but about hockey in particular, just the respect and sportsmanship that permeates the culture and the community, I think is so important. And I love to see it from the Masters because that's where it trickles down from and goes down to our youth, the next generation. This is where they learn good habits, not just in terms of sportsmanship, but they learn how to condition, they learn how to practice, they learn how to win, and they learn how to lose. And it's from these guys, the Masters, who will one day pass the torch on to the next generation. But for now, the Team Canada Masters find themselves back at the top of the hill, alternating gold and silver. 2014 they had gold, silver in 16. 18 they had gold, 22 silver. And a gold once again for Team Canada. Well earned. Team USA gave him a run for it, though. Now, the Canadian national anthem for one last time here in Buffalo. One last formality. It's the trophy. Jeremy Bishop collects it.
Stay behind him with chasing. Stay behind him with chasing. You're going to see all these players. You're going to see all these players. Look at them. Look how hungry they are for that trophy.
Team Canada wants it. They're ready for it.
Shot. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, what a great shot.
And Team Canada are your 2023 gold medal winners at the Masters World Championship here in Buffalo, New York. What a spectacular week of hockey, top to bottom. A huge thank you to all the teams that made it here. Shout outs to everyone all across the planet who made it. Haiti, Portugal, Slovakia, Greece, USA, Great Britain, Canada,
Scotty, just get whatever you can.
Saskatchewan. Everyone who was a part of it, ISBHF, USA Ball Hockey, all the volunteers, the families, the spouses, the children. And a big thanks to all of you watching at home that make this moment so special for these players.
Scotty, this is awesome.
Hopefully this is a moment not just for these players, but for their fans and their families back home. Everyone came together here in Buffalo for an incredible week of hockey. As they pose for the photos with the championship banner, that will do it for us here in Buffalo. Whether you started with us on Wednesday and stayed the whole way or just came to watch this final, whether your team bowed out early or you're a Team Canada fan, there's no denying this was some great hockey. A huge thank you to everyone involved. Again, USA Ball Hockey, ISBHF. For Memory to Video Productions, my name's been Chris Blair. Thank you so much to all my other announcers, my crew, and everyone else there who helped make this possible. That's going to do it for us. We'll see you next time.
No, talk about this, talk about this, talk about this.
Oh, hang on.
Canadian women.
Never mind, we got the Canadian women, also gold medalists, coming in to celebrate too. Team Canada, men and women collecting championships here. Again, the celebration will continue on through the night, I'm sure. Double champions here in Buffalo. The men and women of Team Canada win gold in 2023. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.
We're going to wait for this to break up, and then we'll